I'm just going to say it, and I don't care if anybody feels any type of way about it. If you are planning to show up at Kamala Harris's book tour to protest her because she's not doing enough to stop what's happening in this country, you have to be a special kind of stupid. I mean, you have 2 brain cells rattling around in your head fighting for 3rd place. How do you not vote for her? Not vote to get her into the office where if she had gotten into office, none of this stuff would be happening. You didn't show up then to vote for her and make sure she got into that seat. You let that fool get back into that seat, and now you want to go and try to force her to do something. That's not how that works. She is a private citizen right now. She has no power to stop any of this. But if y'all had done the right thing at the ballot box, she would be in a position where none of this stuff would be happening. And for those of y'all who said she didn't have any policies. Well, if she didn't have any policies, why do you want to harass her now when she's not even in office? But she did have policies. Policies that would have affected our lives. I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic. If we had Kamala Harris in office, my insulin would be capped at $35, even though I'm not old enough yet to qualify for Medicare. But she was going to extend that to all folks who use insulin. But that's gone, and even the $35 cap for Medicare recipients is gone because of Trump. If Kamala Harris were our president, tens of millions of the poorest and most vulnerable among us would not be losing Medicaid coverage. Rural hospitals wouldn't be closing because of the Medicare cuts, or Medicaid cuts, I should say. Tens of millions of children would not be losing their free school meals, and they would not be losing SNAP benefits. So we wouldn't have to sit around wondering how we are going to help the tens of millions of children who could now go hungry because they have lost food assistance. If Kamala Harris were in office, my daughter and son-in-law could very well be buying their first house next year, because that $25,000 for first home buyers assistance, that would have came right on time. But nope, not only do they not have that now, housing is much, much more expensive than it would be if we had a president, Madam President Kamala Harris. Now, one thing about my daughter and my son-in-law, they are very resourceful folks, so they're still going to buy that house, and I'm putting it into the atmosphere. It's going to be sooner than they think. However, it's going to be a little more of an uphill battle, because Kamala Harris had plans and policies that would have opened the door a little bit wider for them to get into that first home. So instead of harassing Kamala Harris on her book tour, why don't y'all go take that smoke and go protest in front of the White House? Because that's who you need to be talking to. That's who's causing all of this. It's not Kamala Harris's fault. And y'all need to stop. Whenever you get yourselves into a jam, stop expecting black women to do the labor for you.